Hello everyone. In this video, we will introduce handling collisions using separate chaining. The separate chaining scheme places all entries with the same hash index into the same location rather than finding new locations. Each location in the separate chaining scheme is called a bucket. We're going to put all this, the keys 4 is mapped to the 4, 26 is mapped to the 4. So all this in a bucket. A bucket is a container that holds multiple entries. It can be implemented using a linked list or a red list. Let's look at this animation now. I'm going to have 4, it's right here. 26, look, it is right here. Now, you notice that the table size is 11, the number of the keys right now is 5, and the current load is 45%. And it is under the threshold, is 50%. So let's add another one. Add another one is 16. All right, 16 is going to be, let's see what happens with 16. See if this will go beyond the threshold. The load factor is 45% is this, is number of the keys is 5 and divided by 11. So this is 45. Okay. And 16 should go here. Let's see what happens now with 16. Now with 16, the load exceeds the threshold. So what we do is to double the size. So the size is doubled, and then we perform rehashing to rehash all this here. So it's a rehashing. All the elements that gets rehashed. So let's now search 16. 16 is in the table. Okay. All right. And so we go to insert 23. Okay. Let's go back here. So if we search 31, and 31 is in the hash set, and we insert 4, and then search 4 is in the hash set. We search 5, and 5 is in the hash set. Separate chaining is better than the open addressing approach. You don't have to go to search for open space. You just simply put the key in the bucket. The bucket can hold multiple keys. This is the technique we're going to use to implement our data structure. Now let's go to the implementation. So we're going to write our own implementation for the map and to mirror the design for the map in the API. So I'm going to call this my map has a key and value, has the methods clear, contains key, contains value, entry set, get is empty, key set, put, remove, size, and values. This is the interface. Now I'm going to define my hash map, the concrete class with all the constructors, and the methods are defined in the interface. Now this entry set returns, this is a set of entries, and each entry is thus defined as key and value, and with the constructor to create an entry and get key and get value. And this is the my map interface. So this is my map interface. And here is my map key value, and with all the methods, clear, contains key, contains value, and all this here. This is my hash map. We're going to implement my hash map. Implement it. Implement a hash map. This is my hash map. Implements my map. Okay. This is the default initial capacity is 4, and the maximum capacity is this. So this is interesting here. This is the bitwise operation. It means here you have this, the integer, and this is the 1. You're going to have this shift to the left 30 times. So that is actually the same as 2 is 30. This is the value you're going to get for the result of shifting. We're going to use the linked list for the table. And this is what we have is the each element in the linked list in the table is a linked list. So this table is an array. Okay, each element in the table is a linked list. So the constructors, my hash map here with the initial capacity, and there's another constructor here. You're going to specify the load factor threshold. So those are the methods. Please read the source code after the video and study the implementation. Thank you for watching this video. See you on the next video.